Peggy 12.
Three, two, one, go!
Last night, we got official confirmation that a collection of Mega Man Zero and Mega Man ZX games would be coming to the PlayStation 4, titled the Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection. It was seemingly accidentally posted by Sony Southeast Asia and was accompanied by a trailer, completely in English. While there was some initial worry that the game would release only on PS4, most assumed that it would come to all three major consoles and PC, considering that the other Mega Man Legacy collections have done so as well. And today, Capcom announced just that the collection is coming to Xbox One, PS4, Nintendo Switch, and PC as well. Not only that, but pre-ordering the game would guarantee DLC Repload remixes of 10 of the music tracks in the game, one of which is the very classic and very good Departure track from Mega Man Zero 2. The game will be priced at $30 US and is, as of this video, only receiving a physical copy in North America. The game will be containing an easier mode, which is standard in the Capcom Legacy Collection releases, as well as a Save Anywhere feature, which, considering that the Zero and ZX series contain more mission-based levels, meaning they are longer than traditional Mega Man levels, this is a welcome addition for those that need to put the game on a pause and resume at a later time. The DS titles, ZX and Advent, also have additional features that I think are really neat. There are various border options for how to play the games, including what I've speculated long for DS and 3DS titles that could get ported over to modern consoles. The bottom DS screen can now become a smaller screen and vice versa. We saw a bit of this with how Nintendo ported over DS games on its Virtual Console, but not to the extent that these games are showing. On a tangent, this makes me optimistic that Konami could bring over the DS Castlevania games to modern consoles and it could work. So why are these titles important? Being honest, I originally speculated that Capcom would bring over the Legends game on the compilation before doing Zero and ZX, and I even thought that they would be sold in separate individual collections as opposed to being compiled in a singular one. However, I think that Capcom might be prepping us for a ZX3 in the near future, if this sells well. While Legends 3, the more famous of the Mega Man titles that fans have been looking forward to, would be the more obvious option, ZX Advent leaves off on a huge cliffhanger that could have repercussions for how the franchise moves forward. Consider this. With this collection, Capcom will be re-releasing the Mega Man titles in chronological order, not of release, but how they place on the timeline. The standard timeline goes Classic Mega Man, Mega Man X, Zero, ZX, and then finally Legends. Compare this to the release of Mega Man, Mega Man X, Legends, Zero, ZX. What I'm thinking is that considering we are in a sort of revival of Mega Man, getting a new mobile game after all, having gotten 11 in 2018, we're going to see sequels to the games that were left off inconclusive should the compilation sell well. If the Zero ZX collection sells well, I really do think they would put out a ZX3 to please the fans. After all, Innie Creates, the developers, really want to get this done. Hell, their Gunvolt series can be seen as inspired by their work on the Zero and ZX series, working as a sort of spiritual successor. Following the Zero and ZX Legacy Collection, I really do think that Legends would follow suit, thus having the entire mainline series available on modern consoles and PC, and releasing in timeline order. Battle Network and Star Force would be a bit trickier to release, however, as they have multiple different version releases, but more importantly, they don't fit into the mainline Mega Man timeline, existing in a different interpretation where Dr. Light creates the internet instead of robotics. ZX3 would be a huge deal, as there has been slow momentum in the completion of this series, as it would either single-handedly lead to Legends chronologically, or lead to another series that fits in between ZX and Legends, and we are long overdue for a new Mega Man series, with the last one having been ZX. And this is not to mention, again, the huge cliffhanger that Advent leaves off on that many fans would like to see completed. It'd be difficult to understand if Capcom didn't do this, and instead opted to stop releasing these Mega Man Legacy collections where there is money to be made. Fans have been clamoring for a collection of Legends for years, as the last time we saw any re-releases, it was on the PS3's PSN store, and this was after the PS4 came out, in 2015 and 2016. While the games are still accessible if you own a PS3, PSP, or a Vita, there is no release on a modern console, or PC, or let alone a physical release. It's definitely time to bring all of Mega Man's different series to home consoles and PC, and with this release we will only be missing Legends, Battle Network, and Star Force. Let's make it happen, Capcom, and consumers, by showing fan appreciation and picking up the Zero ZX Legacy Collection when it drops on January 21st, 2020. This will bring us much closer to ZX3, and Kami can only hope a Legends 3 in the future. Hell, a Battle Network or Star Force revival might be in the works too. What do you guys think? Comment down below and let's get a discussion going. Until then, rock on!